So the second season of Loki actually appeared, which is this is my first time doing the reviews of the episodes, by which we see Loki as an agent of the TVA, knowing how he realizing that there's trouble, knowing how he's always happening. Plus, the skit that he's experiencing is actually powerful. So here's the review of the first episode right now. So the first episode begins with Loki, who was surprised his role is Tom Holliton, who actually running from the other hunters, including Morpheus, who's also returning, is Owen Wilson, who you might actually see him in the Haunted Mansion remake, but he actually doesn't remember because of his memories have been erased. So now he actually trying to escape, knowing how he met the other agent, where he telling him about what is happening. But before he could do that, he actually have begun to experiencing temporal displacement when he is actually begin to time skip after how he was disappearing, but knowing how Morpheus and Hunter B-15, who was actually returned, is Wani Mosako, who actually realized of what's happening with Loki. But we knew how they say how they were hunting for Sophie, which they knew that they're actually going to find Loki. But we knew how they were being summoned to the new judge since Renslayer was killed, in which they're meeting the new judge, which of course, Judge Gamble, played by Liz Carr, and Commander Dots, who's played by Kate Dixie, which we see Loki appeared in the other room where he saw the portrait of Morpheus as he revealed how he remembers everything when they were discussing of how something bad has happened. But he went back from the past into the future and showed them who was really responsible. So Morpheus takes Loki to where he needs to get help, which they actually met the repairman agent named Quarles Bros, who's actually played by Kim Ho Kim Ho Kwo, who you remember as the winner of Best Supporting Actor in Everything Everywhere All at Once, and his roles as Short Round in Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom and Data from the Goonies, which we see him meeting Loki and remembers Morpheus, which they're actually calling him QB. But we knew, Obi, but we knew how Loki is skipping as well, which Obi remembers what he has seen, but we see Loki went to the past to meet Obi as well, knowing how they're actually remember what has happened, which something bad is actually going to happen, which they are now getting ready to use a device that can actually repair the timeline, in which we see how they are actually headed towards a area where OB actually say that the temporal loop is the heart of the temporal timeline, in which they can actually have him die and can come back, which is good. But if it doesn't, Morpheus' skin will peel off. So we knew that the agents raiding the armory in the hunt for Sophie. So now we knew how they're going to do whatever they can, but we knew that Loki went back to the past to actually do whatever he can, while Morpheus headed towards the temporal loop, putting the device and trying to wait for Loki to return. But OB say that there's no time, so we knew how Sophie returns, where we see Loki hearing the phone call and use the device on himself, and he actually returns to the timeline where they knew that they were going to find Sophie, but they realize that they don't actually like what they're seeing because of the agents who are going to look for Sophie, who actually is in another location where they're actually getting ready. I mean, she's actually knew what's actually is going to happen, where everything is going to be awry. Now, I really love how the second season starts with Loki begin time skipping to the present, I mean, from the present to the past, in which he actually is trying to fix the temporal loop around him. But we knew how Sophie is still on the loose. So we're going to see what's going to happen on the next episode next weekend. So anyway, like this video, subscribe for more, and comment what you think about the first episode of season 2. You guys can also follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, and my Facebook page and Twitch. Until then, this is Anime God Trainer here saying signing out. Laters and be safe.